There's nothing that frustrates me more than a great designer with a bad portfolio that not only helps them get hired, but actually hinders them. So today I'm going to show you two portfolios. Both of them are great designers, but one of them is not doing a great job and the other is doing a fantastic job with their portfolio, and teach you how to fix your own portfolios. So let's get started with Doorcast. This is her portfolio, and let's first scroll through this. She's really starting off with her work. And then she has an about section about her, and then get in touch. Pretty simple portfolio and actually a cool layout. And what I like is I actually open up her work, and her work is actually very impressive. So it's really nice web design, really nice interaction and animation. I can see that she's working with Framer. Really nice work. She's talented, very skilled. I like it. However, when it comes to her portfolio, there are a few problems here. Actually, there are three problems with her portfolio. So let's start with the first one, which is basically, I don't think that it's clear what she wants and who does she want to work with, right? I'm looking at her main heading, which is web designer and a Framer developer. It basically describes who she are and what she does, but not who she wants to work with. What kind of problems is she solving? I design and build modern user-friendly website using Figma and Framer. Now you have to understand that most clients don't really care about what tools you're using to build the websites for them. Some people are specifically maybe looking for a Webflow or a Framer developer, but usually clients just want a website and they want to have some kind of a problem solved, and it's not clear what she is solving for and who she wants to work with. Even if I scroll through all the way to the end here to the get in touch, it basically says I'm available for freelance, full-time, or collaboration opportunities. If you're building something that matters and you need a creative partner who designs with intention, let's talk. This is very, very broad. And people who are hiring a freelancer to partner with them on a project and people who are hiring somebody full-time are looking for different qualities or looking to see different things on their portfolio. And unfortunately, because she is not clear, she doesn't make a really great case for either freelance or full-time opportunity. So I think that the first thing that you want to fix on your portfolio is you want to have clarity on what are you trying to do? Are you trying to get a job? Are you trying to get hired as a freelancer? Who do you want to hire you? And once you're clear about that, then it'll be much easier to communicate the right things. Now, the second thing that this portfolio really, really lacks is some kind of proof. Who do you already work with? I mean, we can see these projects, but it's not clear to me whether these are actual clients or self-initiated projects. And so I'm not clear on who you worked with. What did they say about you? Were they happy or not? So we need some kind of social proof in the form of either testimonials or some kind of logos of companies that you work with. Now, I do understand that some people are just starting out and they may not have social proof or any kind of proof yet, but you do want some kind of proof. So even if you're just starting out freelancing, you might want to bring some kind of proof of what you've done in the past, or maybe colleagues that you work with still say that you are reliable and good to work with. But we need to get some kind of context about who you are in order for us to trust you. So this website is very, very simple. And again, the works are very good, but the work don't provide proof enough. So we need to see some kind of social proof on this website. And the third thing that we need to fix here, and this is actually the least important thing, but it's kind of like how the works are presented. So this is basically how we're landing here. And we've got a lot of white, and the works themselves also have white. So it's kind of, you can see that the white in the work bleeds into this area here and the work below. So it's difficult to say, hey, this is the first project on the top, and then the bottom, this is another different project actually. So the layout here is pretty messy. And again, with too much white on the background and on the work themselves, it kind of like creates a disoriented feeling. So it's just not the best way to present the works. And again, the works are very good. So it's kind of like a missed opportunity not to present your work in the best light. Okay, let's check the second portfolio. And this is the Kinexa website. It's basically the website for Siraj. And let's first scroll through this website and see how it looks, and then break down what Siraj is doing to fix the three issues that we talked to about Doorcast's website. So these are the projects, services, why work with them, and then trusted, and then frequently asked questions, and then book a meeting as a call to action. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. Immediately, we can see here your startups deserves design that drives revenue. Immediately, we know who he is, who he's working with, and what kind of problem he wants to solve. So he's working with startups. He wants to help them drive revenue. This is very, very clear. So if you're a startup, you know, hey, this person is the right fit for me versus looking at this, oh, it's just another designer. I don't know if it's the right fit for me, but here, you know, this is exactly the fit for me. We can see also all kinds of social proof like YC hired or Kalahari hired. If you're a startup, you know what these brands mean, and this immediately drives proof. So this is the second thing that we've talked about. Number one, clarity about what you want. I want to work with startups. I want to have them book a call, and I even put the, I put the calendar UI to book an appointment right in the website. And I also have here Telegram and WhatsApp at the top. I really make it super, super easy for them to do what needs to, what I want them to do. So I know what I want them to do to book a call. I make it easy on them, and I call out specifically who I want to work with. When it comes to the proof, then again, we've got a bunch of logos here. Now, again, I appreciate not everybody can show impressive logos like this, but you have to show something to build a little trust, and also testimonials from relevant clients. But even if you don't have these testimonials, even this section, which is why choose us, basically, it calls out the specific problems that, we help you. For example, built with startups, SaaS and tech specialist, transparent process. So all of these things also help to build trust. Even, if you're a beginner designer, you want to state out these things because it helps make things easy for clients and basically deal with their objections. Also, this FAQ section that we have here, which again starts with who do you work with? B2B SaaS founders, usually early stage. So again, makes it really clear about who they are working with and why they are the best fit for them. When it comes to presenting their work, they're doing it in all kinds of different ways. Number one, they're creating this carousel here. I'm not a big fan of these carousels, but again, it works. And you note what's going on here. So they are on a white background, but at least there's a little bit of a shadow, and it's kind of like a card layout that separates them from the gray background to create a contrast from the work. So again, it's basically solving the issue that we have here where the white bleeds into the white. So here they are presented in a way that basically separates them from the background. And then we also have a lot of different screenshots. So even if I'm not clicking on a project and I'm just scrolling through, I can see a little bit more context into each one of these projects while I'm scrolling. Again, I don't have to click. Makes it easy for me to just scroll, and you can see that we've got this border around the work to solve the problem of white on white. So just make sure that the work is separated from the background. Okay, so these are the three things that you want to make sure that your portfolio fixes. You want to be clear on what you want and who do you want to work with. Number two, you want to have proof that you're reliable and that clients can trust working with you. And three, you want to present your work in a way that makes it look good and clear. Good luck, and I'll see you on the next video.